What do you think?
It's pretty, but the rocks sure weren't your finger. I wanted a nice sandy spot.
That is so cool.
Imagine what it could do from
That's right outside our room. Is that just awesome enough?
That's just epic.
My Citibank small business expert. He got me a line of credit, and together,
So hot.
now my spa has more business than ever. And so does
What do you think?
I think it's just beautiful.
Oh, I got a smudge on my lens here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's still. Oh.
And we just spent some poor folks are doing this evening.
After this, we are poor.
No, that's right.
So tired. Awesome room though. After we argued with him and like, What do you think, Dad?
I think that anything worth having is worth fighting for.
Holy boat. That is one big boat. I think it's a Carnival cruise or something, but it's huge. I don't think I've ever seen a boat quite that large. Only on TV. I can't even tell. Carnival? Yes. Carnival Imagination, I guess. I don't know. I can't see because it's... Oh, zoom, hi. Because it's like so sunny out here, and yeah. I'm tempted to go over to the aquarium because it's like right there. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to do around here. I'm in Mallory Square right now, so last time I was here was like on a Friday or Saturday night, and this place was packed, so it looks kind of weird to me because the couple times I've been here, yeah. So, but this is so pretty out here. I mean, our room is like, I don't know if you can see that hotel over there, but we're over there. So, or yeah, we're like way back over there. So, not really that far from Mallory Square. It only took me a couple minutes to get over here. So, I was actually trying to find this one store that my dad wants to go to since he's getting up, and yeah, but I don't know where it is. Because, yeah, I don't know. Look how pretty he is. So pretty. There's like chickens everywhere. There's a pigeon there. And there's like a little chick somewhere back there, but he is adorable, or not adorable, but pretty. He's like, what are you doing over here? And they're all like hiding back here. It's hysterical. Watch me get like attacked. Freaking hot. It's not even funny, but whatever. I'm in front of the, what is it? Key West Museum of Art and History. And it's such a cool, a lot of the buildings here are cool. I mean, there's the Clinton Square Market right there. And it's got these cool statues and stuff in front, so. I mean, I have a picture of the big one from last year, but I got a better one this year because, yeah. And there's this lovely thing, I don't know what it's for though. Erected 1866 by the Naval Club of Key West to the memory of the officers, sailors, and soldiers of the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps of the United States who lost their lives in their country's service upon this station from 1861 to 1865. So, yeah, there's that, which is cool. And it's got these pretty flowers around it. So, that's what I'm doing, but I should probably go back to the hotel because I forgot my cell phone, and my parents are my parents are probably trying to call me, so spin. Yeah, I'm random. So I was just going around and taking pictures of all the statues around the Children's Museum, and all of them tell some sort of story, which is, I mean, any good art, I think, tells a story. But it's so cool because, I mean, I took pictures of all of them, so I'll put them at the end of this video. But there's this one, which obviously sightseeing, and this guy is painting that. These two guys are like frisbee. I mean, this is just so cool. I'm probably gonna come here tomorrow, but I guess this is Seward Johnson's sculptures inspired by the Impressionist matters. So, which I think is kind of cool, and it's at the Children's Museum here. Like I said, I might come here tomorrow, visit the children's department of our museum. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the hotel and get something to eat, and vlogging and going down steps is not the most intelligent thing for me to do, because knowing me, I would have probably tripped and fell if there were any more steps. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know, see you in a week. Things about Key West, or at least around Mallory Square anyway, is this old brick that's back here. I guess it's like from old Key West and stuff, but I think it looks so cool. I've been trying to find some cats too. Some dude was walking around earlier when I was going to CVS who was carrying around a hairless cat with sunglasses on it, but he wanted like $10 to take a picture with it. Him, her, I don't know. I hate calling animals it, because to me it's not cool. But I don't know if the cat was a boy or a girl, but yeah, anyway. I just think it wasn't kosher. That wasn't kosher to me. I don't know, maybe I'm kind of overly sensitive to that kind of stuff, but I don't like it when people are like carrying around an animal who's obviously like, grr, let me go. But yeah, anyway. Bye. Ripley's Believe It or Not right now, the museum in Key West, so yeah, it's kind of interesting. I've been taking pictures and whatnot and took a little video footage, but I turned around and I saw this. It's a human hair wreath. It says, believe it or not, during the Victorian era, funeral wreaths made from the hair of a departed loved one were placed on the coffin during funerals. Afterwards, they were retrieved, framed, and hung by the grieving relatives above the mantle as a memento of the deceased, which is kind of creepy, but yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff here, so yeah. I'm not gonna take pictures of like everything because that would just take forever. And it already took me a while to get to here, like, and I was videoing some of it. Videoing? Taping something? Recording? But yeah, this is interesting too. It's a New Guinea dance dress, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Anyway, I will see you all later. Now that's interesting. That's the hate god, apparently. That's interesting. Oh, you gotta love this. I have no idea what this is. Oh, I remember reading about him. Vlad, the original Count Dracula. Vlad the Impaler. Hi! That's interesting. I didn't realize that would be here. That's cool. And then, obviously, premature burial. Interesting. That's awesome. Oh, and of course you can see somebody down there. That's cool. Well, that's not cool, but yeah.
But she's just as willing to know, except for the fact that she has no legs, no pelvis, and no spine below her ribcage.
Interesting. 1,400-pound man. That's insane. Longest nose in history. Crocodile tooth man.
Rose's story is also a love story. What started out as a friendship slowly blossomed into something much
The
deeper.
man with the golden nose and Cuban eye popper.
Could she achieve the ultimate expression of love by having a child? On January 6th, 1998,
Maybe I have just bad humor, but I find this funny. I mean, I was gonna go to the bathroom and then I opened the door and yeah, it's a dummy. I just started cracking up. So, yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Welcome each of you to Key West, and thank you very much for joining us here. We'll try to have a little fun out of all this. To begin the tour, please meet the builder of this house, Mr. Ace Tiff. The gentleman came to Key West as a marine architect and the master shipwright. While living here, he had the foresight to organize our reef wrecking and salvaging industry, a little project that made him the wealthiest man in the South. He built his home in 1851, lived in it until his death in 1889. Ironically, our wealthy tycoon managed to die here alone and without a will, leaving his home in the honoriest estate South Florida has ever had to clean up. The litigation over this place went on for decades. The house wound up being boarded up and set vacant until Ernest Hemingway bought it years later. Come in, folks, we've got lots of room. Hemingway's first look at our Key West would be 1928. He was passing through on his way home from a trip overseas. He had ordered a shiny new Ford Roadster to be delivered to him here in Key West to continue his journey into Arkansas. Typical of our little town, his new car was 7 weeks late. This gave him plenty of time to finish a novel he had already been working on, the handwritten Farewell to Arms. While completing that, he fell in love with our island lifestyle, a little situation that we today refer to as the Keys disease. About the only known cure for this ailment would be rum and return visits. Legend has it, he took very good care of both. His return visit would be 1931 with his second wife, Pauline. They bought this home out of Mr. Tiff's estate for the back taxes, $8,000. They pulled the boards away from these windows and doors and refurbished this little home to just what we're looking at. His lovely Pauline was in charge. Ladies, if I may, I'd like to pick on Pauline about that just a little bit. When they took possession of this wonderful home, everywhere you see one of these electric lights, she found a ceiling fan. Entirely too much borrowing effects for our fashion-conscious Pauline. 25 degrees north of the equator, she removed every one of them, replacing them with these wonderful heat-producing chandeliers that we guides have to live with all summer long. Believe me, folks, by the end of August, Pauline has been on my mind. Here you'll find Hemingway the way the world wants to remember him. We would call that Papa. Key West would remember a man about half that age. The boat in that picture was a very important part of his lifestyle here. He named her Pilar, patron saint for the bullfighters. The gentleman sharing the picture on your far right would be Pilar's full-time paid crew, probably the most loyal friend Ernest would ever know, Gregorio Fuentes, a Cuban fisherman who had grown up in these waters. His local knowledge of them was phenomenal. He kept Ernest in these championship-sized blue marlin the entire 20-odd years they were able to fish together here in these subtropics. We firmly believe that Hemingway wrote his Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, The Old Man in the Sea, around his knowledge of that carrier. We got word from Cuba here about 10 years ago now that Fuentes is no longer around. It has been said that that old salt would begin and end every day of his adult life with seafood chowder, a big tumbler of dark rum, and a good Cuban cigar. As you can well imagine, folks, 104 years of that abuse finally took its toll. And I never introduced that old fisherman without a little salute of my own. He happens to be my local hero, Senor Fuentes. Salute. Let's go across the hall and meet a bunch of Hemingway wives.
Sorry.
You're welcome to video bits and pieces. They do ask that you don't film the whole novel. Wife number one, Hadley Richardson. They met and married in Chicago in 1921. He was working as a reporter for the newspaper there. Then a brief stay in Canada where they had their son John, then on to Paris to launch his writing career. But about 5 years into that crazy Paris scene, Hadley made a little mistake. She had what she thought was a very good friend there, fashion writer for Paris Vogue magazine, Pauline Pfeiffer. She introduced Pauline to her Ernest, and that's about the last she saw those two. Pauline hooked on to him, married him, and brought him back to America. They bought this house. She's the culprit that did away with all of our ceiling fans. While I'm on that sore subject, her favorite chandelier, hand-blown Venetian glass, imported from the island of Morocco. I'm told it is a rare and priceless piece. Priceless to me would be to see Pauline reincarnated and working here as a summertime tour guide. Pauline and Ernest lived in his own 9 years. During that time, they had those two sons, Patrick and Gregory. Gregory is the one holding the cat. The cat's name is Snowball. I have a lot to tell you about that busy little character when we get out into the fresh air. 5 years before Pauline and Ernest divorced, our island was visited by Martha Gellhorn, a writer from Collier magazine, sent here to interview Ernest Hemingway. When Martha arrived on the island, she didn't bother to call for an appointment. She simply changed into her cutest little summer outfit, patiently waited down here Sloppy Joe's car. It all worked very nicely. He was in that very evening for happy hour. They caught each other's eye immediately. There was a lot of magnetism between those two. Their quote-unquote interviews went on for 5 years. 1940, Pauline caught on. There would be an immediate divorce. 2 weeks later, he married Martha and moved away to Cuba. We understand that Martha and Ernest were just ecstatically happy there in Cuba for about 2 months. Unfortunately, that stormy marriage raged on almost 5 years. It ended in a bitter divorce. Then in 1945, while he was in London working as a war correspondent, fate smiled on him. He found this writer from Time magazine, Mary Welsh. They married in 46, the one he should have found the first 3 times around. Mary stayed by his side till she became his widow, his longest marriage, over 16 years. As we move along with our tour, the furniture you'll be looking at, 17th and 18th century Spanish antiques, mostly walnut. Ernest loves Spain. From here, we'll move our tour to the master bedroom upstairs. On the way, there's a deacon's bench here in the hallway. You want to be sure to check that out. And if anyone would like to complete the tour on their own, please feel free to do so. We don't mind just enjoying the home. Hope to see you upstairs.
Kitty!
Вот, загнали сюда кота. Смотри, кот, смотри, что делает. Ящерицу? Да, ящерицу поймал. Смотри.
He's trying to catch that lizard!
Ага, да.
We found, oh, a lizard! That's a big lizard.
Ляма надо выбить.
He's green. Why is he
Поймите,
green?
Райките, штрауки.
Okay.
Вилли сейчас поймает. Лямба, жрек не дода, Урелий поимки не дает.
He wants to. He wants to.
I got a good woman at home. She's trying to go wrong. Sometimes, Lord, you know.
No, I'd like Snickers to do that though. Then I can have dogs.
I'll get with you hellbound. Play something about a rambling man, but old deal beam in my hand. Oh, you know I love to get drunk and hear those old bad dogs.